Yo, what's good guys, it's GRIFFINGFX back with another Photoshop tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to create Lil Uzi and Future's new cover art, Pluto X Baby Pluto. The album cover is of two astronauts, it's probably Lil Uzi and Future, in this light green pastel colour floating around in an oversaturated, over-darkened space. The cover's actually super trippy, but to be honest it's not that hard to recreate. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to use the magic brush which generates colours, how to use lighting effects to make sure the images work together, and then how to use the radial blur to blur the images in a circular motion. It's a very cool aesthetic. If you're looking for some affordable assets to help you with your cover art, then check out my cover art pack over at GRIFFINGFX.com. Anyway, let's open up Photoshop and let's start creating. Huh? Hello? Oh!
Hello. I'm not the delivery man.
Cheers, man. Hey, we made it into Photoshop. So before we get into the tutorial, I need to give a huge shout out to HP for making this video possible. If you're a subscriber on my channel, then you probably noticed that this video has had a great increase in quality. That's because of how powerful this laptop is. Like, I didn't realize that my computer was holding me back until I started using this laptop. This is the HP ZBOOK Create, but there's a whole ZBOOK range and I'll leave a link to that in the description. The idea is that they're industry grade laptops for creative artists. So for me, the most game-changing thing is the power. So I'm able to edit this video, and whilst editing it I can preview what it's going to look like in full quality without any lag, which means I can get way more immersed into the editing process. And then when it's time to render it, the rendering is super quick and you can handle really big Photoshop files. And my other favourite thing that I wanted to mention is the screen. The screen quality is great. Like, I've seen 4K monitors before, but the colour on this just somehow seems even richer. I don't know if that's in my head or if they just have really good screens. But my point is that I've been using this for a while and I've used this laptop to make this entire video, and it's a laptop so you could literally be sat on a train whilst making logos. Anyway, thanks again HP for making this video possible, and let's continue with the tutorial. Step 1. Find your photography. Try using Unsplash. The photos are free, high quality and more artistic than photos I find on other websites. I'll leave a link in the description to my Unsplash gallery where you'll find some textures and photos that might be useful for this design. Step 2. Cut out your photography using the pen tool. Place it in front of any vibrant background you'd like to use, and here I use the liquify tool to adjust the astronaut shape slightly. 3. Time to radial blur. Select all of your layers, duplicate them, merge them all together, and then apply a radial blur with your desired strength. I'm now going to bring the original astronauts back to the top of the image because they've become too lost in the blur. I'm merging both astronauts together, duplicating them, and then applying a less extreme radial blur. Now I'm bringing the astronauts we just duplicated back to the top of the image, and using the eraser I'm going to remove most of the layer, leaving just a few remaining parts of the astronauts in crisp quality without any blur. Step 4. Time to saturate the image to give it a more psychedelic aesthetic. Here's where you could use the magic brush to make the colours bleed or to generate some new colour. I have a magic brush tutorial up on my channel, but to save you guys some time I'll do a quick rundown on how to set it up. First, select the mixer brush. You want to make sure the brush is clean, set everything to 100% and hit sample all layers. Now in window and then brush settings, make sure the spacing is set to 0 or turned off entirely. Finally, for the brush to work you need a hue and saturation layer with the saturation turned all the way up, and the brush will be more extreme the further to the right or the left you drag the hue. If you can't get the magic brush to work, I'll leave a link to the tutorial down in the description in case I've forgotten to tell you guys something. Step 5. To finish this piece off, I'm adding some texture from my Unsplash gallery to the top of the image, and I've set it to blend mode color dodge. I think this works well because it ties the color theme together of blue and red. And then finally I'm going to merge all of the layers together, and I'm adding a very low-key radial blur just to finish the design off. Let me know what you guys think of this cover art, and let me know if you enjoyed this more sped up tutorial I've made. I've got hella video ideas in my head at the moment, and now that HP have sorted me out with this crazy powerful laptop, it's going to make my life so much more enjoyable, so expect some fire content coming very soon. I'm enjoying the design Discord, and make sure to follow your boy on Instagram, and until next time, that's me out. Peace.